us to get computers and fucking iPads in our hands.
Mm-hmm.
But Cyberpunk 2077, Keanu Reeves is taking over the fucking world.
I loved it. I mean, we commented on it before, and the fangirling that we did a little bit when he walked out on stage.
Do you have any news on Cyberpunk
really cool.
or any information?
Nothing too new, other than I want it more now than I did before. Because the more I read about it, the more I see the graphics and
Didn't we hear about it like 3
more
years ago?
Immersion, at least. Yeah, the more I see of the immersion of what you can do, the potential, the change up, all the different, just basically, I mean, it just looks amazing. Like, to say the least.
Right.
I can't wait. Like, if this is any hint, I mean, obviously I'm hyping it up, and I hate hyping games because then it comes out and you're like, fuck, this camera angle sucks. Fuck,
That's like hyping
Why
Fallout
the hell?
76.
Oh my god, shoot me in the foot right now.
That game.
That was a fumble. They should have just released a mod or an upgrade to create regular Fallout 4 a co-op.
Right,
Because
that would have been
76
awesome.
was painful. I loved it. Great concept. Very fun when you're playing with people. But when you're alone, good fucking luck.
Yeah. I don't know. I jumped back into it a couple weeks ago just to test to see the updates and stuff. And yeah, they fixed a lot of the bugs that were going on in the beginning that were very frustrating. But now it's almost impossible because if you're alone, you know, getting killed and stuff. I think the one thing 76 could do... Jesus, what was that? It's like you just got hit by a tornado, bro.
I don't
Anyway.
know. That was weird.
Sorry, folks. That was super loud. Anyway, one thing that 76 could do to bring me back is to have Deathclaw fights where you go catch a Deathclaw. You know, like they have it in Fallout 4, but I mean, the fact that you're in an online world, I think Deathclaw fights could be fucking amazing.
Yeah, I missed that. That was really cool that they could add that in and let you tweak it up and all that stuff and all the different, you know, you trap raiders and make them battle. Like, it was just a lot of fun.
You're right. You want to go backwards a second for a minute? Go original Xbox versus PS2. Like, do you remember being able to load your music on the regular Xbox? That was like the biggest part of it.
I remember filling my memory with music I loaded. Because what did it always say? You still had 5 gigs or something like that.
Right.
And then it took forever, but we finally got the number to start dropping.
Yeah, back then the music weren't, I guess, that big of files for the Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they're just a couple megabytes or whatever. It takes a lot of music to fill up a regular, you know, CDR plus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 700 megabytes is a couple hundred songs. If you know, back in the day. I mean, now a lot of the MPEGs are bigger and stuff. So.
I mean, we used to rock our shit out on fucking Halo, and apparently the new Halo is only going to be for the Scarlet Xbox that's coming out. It's not going to be released for Xbox One.
All right, time to upgrade again.
God damn it!
Right?
The internet calls the Xboxes for, you know, the online versions of both these PlayStation and Xbox. The Xbox is for kids, and the PlayStation is for adults, apparently. But Xbox people will say completely different. But I haven't run in, like when I was playing 76, I didn't run into too many children playing that game. And it apparently was different for my friends on Xbox. They're like, oh, there's fucking kids everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we met up with people, I mean, what were they, like, in their 20s to 30s.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing, I mean, it was people around the world. I mean, we were playing with a guy from England. I mean, it was a blast.
Shout out
it was very
to
fun.
Mr. Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Mr. Gabriel.
Yeah.
Which controller did you prefer, PlayStation or Xbox?
Obviously original Xbox. No, I had that giant bulky thing with the black white button up top. That was very annoying. I liked it when they changed it, but I mean, I used to play with my uncle all the time on the PS1, PS2. That just, I don't know. That always fit better. And let me put it this way. I mean, back in the day, I was Xbox fan. You know, I wanted an Xbox, Halo. I mean, I loved Halo. I mean, we jammed frozen pizzas, Doritos, sour cream, Mountain Dew, night after night in the summertime, and no regrets.
No regrets.
But after a while, I just fell back into PlayStation, and I mean, let me properly phrase it. I let my Xbox Live lapse. I canceled it, you know, and I have always made sure my PS Plus account is always rocking.
That's awesome.
I did just reactivate my Xbox Live a couple months ago, but that's literally the last time I even went on my Xbox. So
they have.
I mean, at the same time, I'm an adult and I'm fucking busy, so it's its own thing in itself. But when I do have the time, Mass
gaming
Effect
gets
Andromeda,
more difficult when you have kids
enjoy
around.
it. And kids, wife, job, sleep. I mean, sleep. That's really the biggest one. When do you get that? You
right.
know?
On Tuesday.
I mean,
no.
what kind of humans need anything more than 4 hours, really? I mean,
there's actually an Xbox version of the controller for the PlayStation, but it's fucking expensive as hell, which I don't understand. Like, I do like the new Xbox, like the way it forms to your hand, and I like that. And I don't mind the PlayStation, but I would love to get like an Xbox controller for my PlayStation.
That'd be fun.
Right.
Just to have it, you know. I mean, that would be a collector's item, you know, if they ever discontinued it or anything like that.
Right. That'd be kind of neat. But otherwise, you're just going to get some off-brand fucking controller. That'll probably break your system or something. But that's not even a thing anymore because it's not hardwired. You know, like, oh, that controller can break your system or it's bad for your system. It's like, not exactly anymore.
Yeah. Dude, I'm reading some trippy shit right now. Just to touch on the K's, AMD has announced that, I mean, I don't know when this was. This could be a while ago. But they announced that their target for their future graphics card is to support a 16K resolution with a refresh rate of 240 hertz for true immersion in VR.
Wow.
No lag, instant react.
That's insane.
Amazing. No, that's not just the only insane thing. I mean, in August 2018, Innolux displayed the world's first 100-inch 16K 8K SUHD display module at Touch Taiwan in August 2018. But this part, Sony has introduced a 17 feet tall by 64 feet wide commercial 16K display at NAB 2019 that is set to be released in Japan. I don't have a room that big.
Yeah,
the outside of my house, maybe. I'm putting it outside.
So everybody can watch.
Oh, why not? Yeah. I don't care what you want to watch. That's watching.
Insane. That's awesome, though.
Futurama.
That'd be interesting to see, even to go there and just to see that fucking screen.
It's insane. I love it.
So I'm a big PlayStation fan nowadays. I got to play the Xbox One a few times, and I really don't like the home screen or the type, you know, it's like having a Windows phone, which sucked, and I don't even know if they're around anymore. Who has a Windows phone?
Raise your hand. Show of hands.
All right, just nod if you can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question for you. What was your favorite original PlayStation game?
Duke Nukem. The second one. Played it all the time. Totally ridiculous game. Played it all the time over my uncle's. And just a huge fan.
Did you like the movie?
Sorry. I didn't even attempt it. I was upset. I don't know. I don't know. It seemed like they were reaching, and I mean, there's a certain point where I'm not that much of a fan to just attack at it. And I didn't play the new one either. I mean, I heard so many horrible bugs. I mean, the rating that people played, when it first came out, and even a little after that. I mean, it still looked like the original, which was, nostalgic, but we have technology to make shit better. Like, why? I mean, I get it, and I don't get it. I mean, make a mod, make a skin to make it look old. They got 8-bit skins for games all the time. Do that, but don't.
Right, you can be the Adam West Batman in Arkham Knight. I mean, come on.
Exactly. It's, yeah. And if you're going to say Xbox, I mean, I bought the Xbox to play Halo. And I'll probably buy the next one to play Halo. And I bought the PS2 to play Ratchet and Clank. And I bought the PS3 to play Ratchet and Clank. And I bought the PS4 to fucking play Ratchet and Clank. And I still play Ratchet and Clank.
That's awesome.
Still prefer the PS over the Xbox at the moment.
I said it before in one of our podcasts, but Destroy All Humans was my favorite old game.
And that's awesome, but real quick, I got to touch on this. I think I heard about it, but it didn't click till right now because I'm reading it.
Cool.
But that new Spider-Man game was developed by the people who make Ratchet and Clank. Insomniac Games.
You got to be kidding
Love
me.
them.
That's awesome.
No. But they always have an Easter egg. Their name is Insomniac Games, so if you're an Insomniac, you will find an Easter egg usually around 3 a.m. And I used to cheat by resetting the clock on my PS2.
I remember that.
Just before 3 a.m. so I could travel to the world that it's going to be on and then wait for the thing to show up. And then as soon as the portal showed up, hop in it. And then you could, fuck around with all the developer stuff and win crazy amount of tokens if you could figure out the hardest things that they wouldn't put in the game. It's just hilarious, awesome stuff. And they did it in almost all of them. So look out for that in Spider-Man because if it holds true, it's going to be there.
So since we're on the subject of old classic games, what was your favorite Dreamcast game? The fact that you can go on the internet on the Dreamcast. I think it was Crazy Taxi for me. I didn't play it much, and rest in peace, Dreamcast.
I'm going to break hearts here, but I only ever played the demo at Best Buy, and it was the Sonic game where your tails flipping and flying around.
Yep.
And the main reason that was the only thing I did was because the camera angle sucked so much. Like, you would change it, and then you'd jump, and it would revert to wherever the hell it wanted to go. And it was so annoying. And you would be going one way, the camera angle would change on you, and suddenly you're going back to where you were, and you would constantly fall off cliffs. It was horrible.
It was a difficult game. I remember there was a DC versus...
And the controller sucked.
Sega versus Marvel or something like that. Or DC versus Sega characters. It was like a Battle Royale type game. I remember that on Dreamcast, but nothing else.
Are you talking about like the Capcom versus Marvel?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That was different.
That was fun, though.
Yeah.
Because you could be Ryu. We're talking about Ryu again suddenly. And Ken and fighting Wolverine.
All right, so favorite movie adaptation of a game?
Oh, man, we talked about this. Or touched on it a little bit.
Right, we said, like...
I got to say the best that's popping into my head at the moment, and I think it's the last one that I thought about. There were a couple others that fucking loved, and I'll name two, but the one I mean is Doom.